we fail to celebrate the little things in our lives. The little things matter. The little things matter so much more than the big things. Let me give you an example. Come with me back into time to November 11th, 2011. Do you know where you were that day? I know where I was. I was at Walmart grocery shopping. Then I started having contractions. When I got to the hospital, the nurse told me, "You might as well get comfortable, Miss Sims, because you're not having that baby or leaving this hospital until you're at least 28 weeks." That's what she thought. So to fast forward, a doctor came in and he asked us, "Do you want us to do whatever it takes to save your child?" Think about it. Do I want you to do whatever it takes to save my child? What type of question is that? Who would say no to a question like that? We said yes, and he left. The following morning, which was November 12th, the same doctor came in with some paperwork and he proceeded to tell me the survival rates, the survival rates of babies born before 25 weeks. You see, I was only 24 weeks and 6 days. He told me that African American girls had a higher survival rate than all other babies. Of course, I thought he was just being funny considering that I was African American. And of course, I already knew I was having a girl. But I told him, my baby's going to be okay. So to fast forward, about 8:15, 8:20-ish, my water broke. And the doctor said they were going to induce my labor and that it should take 10 to 12 hours to take effect. Again, that's what they thought. At 8:40 p.m. that night on November 12th, 2011, I gave birth to my daughter, Lauren Talia Dixon, weighing 1 pound and 8 ounces. Now, when I say it's the little things that matter, that's what I mean. Let me give you some examples. See, my child was in the hospital for 97 days. And it was really hard on me to see parents with their kids. Regardless of where I was, I would break down in tears because it wasn't fair. They have their child. Why can't I have mine? You know, got a phone call. And the nurse said, Lauren needs to have a blood transfusion. And we need a consent sign before we can give it to her. So I called her father. And I asked him to go to the hospital, in between the tears, of course, and sign a consent form for me. When he got back to work, he called me and he said, "Do you know what that little girl was doing? She kept pulling out her feeding tube." That made me stop crying because that let me know that she was okay. You know, we celebrated and still celebrate every little thing. We celebrated every ounce she gained, every pound she gained. We celebrated when she got off oxygen during the day, when she got off oxygen permanently. You know, you never take the little things for granted. You know, I almost lost my life giving birth to my child. And that was the scariest thing to be told when the nurse came to me and said, I just wanted to come check on you because we were so scared for you. They didn't think I was going to make it. So I'm telling you, I'm asking you, I'm begging you to start appreciating the little things in life because it's the little things that are the most important. It's the little things that you take for granted that you probably won't be able to get back. You know, it's been 3 years and I love my child And she still has some delays, but we get through this because it's still the little things, you know, the little things that matter. And it's going to be tough, and we are aware of that, but we have a support group, or a support system rather, to help. And I'm doing this video because, you know, with me having a preemie child, I want to be able to help others who are having or have had the same situation. I mean, I've seen one mother who I came close with, and I found out her son didn't make it. You know, and that was really hard for me because he was in the same NICU as my daughter. You know, and then I look at another little girl who was in the same NICU as my daughter. And they're probably a couple days, no more than a week apart. And she can't even walk, and she's 3. You know, but I'm pretty sure her mother cherishes every little thing she does, because we know that life is, one, too short to be taking it for granted, and two, we can be so worse off. I mean, we were fortunate to be able to bring our girls home. Not everybody is that lucky. So I'm begging you to start acknowledging and celebrating the little things. You know, because the big things, yeah, they might be important to you, but they're not as important or just as important. They're actually more, the little things are more important than anything else. I'm done preaching for now. This was my first video. It won't be my last. And I'm going to have to get better at this. Have a good day, everyone.